Hello everyone, this is the recording for IS273 Week 2. The reading this week is Chapter 4, Planning for Security. The discussion is due Wednesday by 11:59 p.m. The topic is Incident classification is based on the judgment of the information security professionals involved. What are the methods and techniques one can use to determine if any given circumstance is business as usual, an incident, or a disaster? Please support your perspective with clear examples of each designated level of assessment. Initial posts must be at least 100 words and have at least one APA reference, and that does include in-text citation. 3 replies are due by Sunday. The assignment is due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. You're to rewrite a detailed paper on the creation of an information security blueprint. The paper should summarize the information via the management's responsibility and perspective in sharing policy and include the 5 goals of information security governance. And these are the goals. So in writing your paper, you have to have a section on each of these 5 things. This assignment does not require any APA referencing or formatting. Doesn't really say how many pages, so do double space. It's easier to read if it's double spaced, and that's really the only thing. The quiz is due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. and may only be taken once. Standards, page 179. EISP on page 182. Approaches to managing IS-SPS, page 184. Managerial guidance, SYS-SP, page 188. Rule-based policies versus ACLs, that's on page 190. Policy administrator, that's on page 192. What country adopted ISO IEC? That's on page 196. Effective management on page 201. NIST SP 818 revision 1, page 202. Spheres of security, page 208. Redundancy, page 209. The CETA program, pages 211 to 212. Contingency planning process, page 220. Incident damage assessment, page 231. What RAID can be hot swappable, that's on page 238. Additional redundancy to RAID, page 238. Disaster recovery planning on page 238. And cold site on page 240. Database shadowing on page 240. Electronic vaulting, page 240. The vision is a written statement of the organization's long-term goals. Strategic planning is the process of moving the organization toward its vision. And that was not in the book, it was in Whitman, the Guide to Information, the Guide to Network Security, So the ones that I quoted, I did not find in the book. The others I found in Whitman 4th edition instead of our edition. The Security Area Working Group acts as an advisory board for the protocols and areas developed and promoted by the Internet Society and the Internet Engineering Task Force. While the gateway router's primary purpose is to connect the organization's systems to the outside world, it too can be used as the front line defense against attacks. as it can be configured to allow only set types of protocols to enter. Network-based IDPSS look at patterns of network traffic and attempt to detect unusual activity based on previous baselines. I typed that twice, I'm sorry. Everyone in the organization needs to be trained and made aware of information security, but not everyone of the organization needs a formal degree or certification in information security. That's all I have for the quiz, and these are my references. So that's all I have on that. If you have the ebook, you can subscribe to my highlights. When you open the bookshelf app, at the bottom it's like a little person with a plus sign. When you click that, it will ask for an email address. You just put my email address in there, and you can find my email address in faculty info. Once you do that, you should be able to see my highlights. So what I did, when I give you a page number, I highlighted the information on that page. That will help you to study for the quiz. That's all I have this time. If you have any questions, please let me know.